Nearly everybody has a bad day where one thing can kind of lead to another, and eventually you'll be at the end of the day realizing that you never really did much of what you originally planned to do. A typical bad day can start like this. You wake up late, you skip breakfast to be able to make it to class on time, you get caught in traffic, and you can't find a parking spot, so you end up being late to class anyway. Eventually that, plus the growing hunger from missing your breakfast, can make you feel discouraged to put in effort for the rest of the day. You should always try to never fail a day. Failing a day can cause you to lose any momentum that you may have built up over the past couple of days and just derail you off the path to success. Even if you haven't built up any momentum to this point, watching this video will allow you to not fail any day in the future. Something that I've learned is that developing a routine for when you have bad days is one of the most beneficial things you can do to turning around that day in an instant. There's various steps in this plan, and with every different situation that you may be in, you may not be able to do all these steps, but definitely try to do as many of them as you are possible to do in your given situation. First things first, you need to ask yourself, was this a bad day, or did I allow myself to make it a bad day? Even if you did choose that it was just a bad day, it was ultimately just your perception that caused it to be a bad day. The second thing you need to ask yourself is, how can I change this day around? Then ask yourself, why haven't I turned this day around? Why am I letting myself get hung up on what happened in the past? The quickest thing you can be able to do is change your physiology. So whether it be doing some push-ups, taking some deep breaths, just going for a quick walk, or something that I really like to do is to change my posture. When people are having a bad day, they're kind of upset or even depressed, they'll tend to kind of cock or just like take their shoulders forward and bow them. Sitting up straight with your shoulders cocked, breathing deep, allows you to feel a lot more of like a sense of power, or that you're able to accomplish different things. It allows you to reduce your stress and immediately increases oxygen flow to the brain. But time and time again, one of the biggest things that works for me is to just tackle a simple task. Whether it be cleaning your room, taking a shower, brushing your teeth, or just doing the dishes. Doing one small thing can allow you to regain that sense of momentum and start to build it up. After that, you may be able to take on one or another thing, and then eventually you can start focusing on what you originally planned to do in that day. Taking on a small task can make it easier and more encouraging to take on bigger tasks throughout the remainder of the day. The fifth thing to do is put yourself in a state of gratitude. What I like to do is to imagine 3 things that I'm grateful for, and I like to spend about a minute each on them. Putting myself in the situation, in my shoes for that specific moment, and just really feeling what I felt at that time. One of the biggest things that I've realized is that you can't be stressful or angry when you're grateful. Doing this will reset your mind to give you clarity on the day and make you realize that maybe being upset about being 10 minutes late to class ultimately wasn't worth it. All of these steps have worked really well for me, and implementing them today can make it very difficult to be able to have a bad day in the future. Being able to make the most of each day is crucial for developing long-term success, and now you have the tools to make each day a possibility for that success. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. If you have any insights or anything to add to the discussion or any suggestions, please be sure to leave a comment below. I would really appreciate your feedback. In our description, we'll have all of our social media if you want to be able to follow our day-to-day activities. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.